Screaming Brooklyn lawyer chases down Ivanka Trump and yells at her as she sits with her kids on flight, and his Hillary supporter husband boasts about the verbal attack before they're kicked off. Goldstein then began screaming out, "Why is she on our flight? She should be flying private." Ivanka paid as little attention as possible and tried to preoccupy her children with some crayons to defuse the situation until the crew escorted him off the plane. Goldstein's husband, Matthew Lanner, said that was not what happened however on Twitter, writing, "My husband expressed his displeasure in a calm tone, JetBlue staff overheard, and they kicked us off the plane." However, just an hour prior to that, Lanner wrote on Twitter, "Ivanka and Jared of JFK T5, flying commercial. My husband chasing them down to harass them. #nality Lanner also took a photo of Ivanka sitting on the plane, writing that they were kicked off for expressing displeasure about flying with Trumps. And while Goldstein was happy to go after Ivanka, and Lanner was eager to defend his actions, neither of the men confronted Ivanka's husband Jared Kushner, who was right next to her on the flight, standing in the aisle the entire time. The plane was still boarding when the incident occurred, so the crew was able to get the two men and their child off the flight and avoid any further incident. Goldstein began saying to the crew as they escorted him off the plane, "You are kicking me off for expressing my opinion?" It was after they were off the plane that Lanner then posted his tweets defending his husband and the photo of Ivanka sitting in her seat. Those tweets were then deleted in less than an hour. An hour after that, Lanner deleted his entire account. JetBlue released a statement on Thursday morning saying, "The decision to remove a customer from a flight is not taken lightly. If the crew determines that a customer is causing a conflict on the aircraft, the customer will be asked to deplane, especially if the crew feels the situation runs the risk of escalation during flight." It was then noted that Lanner and Goldstein were placed on the next available flight. Members of Secret Service were on the flight with the family, but did not intervene and instead chose to let the airline handle the issue.